Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we are, game number 2 now of our best of 3 series, of course. HTS4 up 1-0 here. Really decisive victory there, to say the least. So coming to play, we'll see if Complexity has that response for game number 2. Are we possibly going to see our Cycle 5 champions here? Well, we'll find out now. I'm joined by Shortcon once again as my co-caster. Here we go with this game number 2 now. The initial bans being Wild Soul, Tremble, Deadlift, and Parasite. So Formless, again, does not want to deal with Mr. Deadlift there. He's going to spend an initial ban on it instead. They go Midas into Glacius, Behemoth into Warbeast. Now, Glacius, again, we're seeing some interesting first picks today in general. I feel like Glacius is a little out there for a first pick, but I don't know. I guess Sync feels, I guess he is pretty good against Midas, but I don't know. Are you there, Shortcon? Do I have you muted still? No. Are you muted? Maybe you're just AFK. That's probably...
Sorry. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I apologize. I was doing things.
Welcome back.
There's a limited amount of time.
I know.
While casting.
I feel like it's part of me is like, God, slow down, guys. But the other part of me is like, I mean, it's good to keep things going, I guess. But yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of a break in between the games. I do agree there.
Like, I had to go to the bathroom, you know, pour myself a drink, just all these things to make myself be ready for casting again.
All right. Well,
but
we're good now?
I'm back.
We're good?
I'm good.
All right. Welcome back here. So, I was talking about the first pick Glacius. Again, that's definitely not an everyday first pick, and I feel like we've seen a couple of these kind of interesting first picks here today in general, but Zlap likes Glacius.
Apparently.
So.
Or Serenia likes Glacius.
Yeah, I guess that could be it too. But
I mean, it did a lot of work versus the Magmus last game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That being said, though, Magmus is banned.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are some, like if this was a first pick Parasite on Complexity side, then that's where I can see a little bit more warrant too. But I mean, Midas is not really like a we need Glacius kind of pick. So.
Well, it does work against it.
True. It does.
In the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sandrith is not the greatest hero to box people out with to help his support, unlike the Chronos. Mm-hmm. You know, they should pick things like Calamity more often, but people are still yet to discover that hero.
Calamity, huh? Calamity.
I mention it almost every single time I'm casting with you. I just say, Calamity, man.
Didn't she get a buff too? Like her ultimate or something?
No, she got a nerf.
Or it was nerfed? That's what it was, yeah.
Why was it nerfed? I don't understand.
I remember that. That's what it was, yeah. Because I remember you bring that up a while back, and then it ended up getting nerfed, and we never really saw her anyway. So, but obviously that's one of those TMMC nerfs, I'm sure. But yeah,
I think mid wars in this case.
Duh. I would hope not. Let's just say that. I don't think the game's being balanced around mid wars, but.
I think it's because of mid wars.
Maybe. That could be possible.
Calamity is really strong in mid wars, after all.
He is really strong.
Oh, man.
Ophelia not so strong in mid wars.
No, man, that one creep camp that spawns in the map, so effective.
Yeah, right. No, she's good in a normal game, though, and Complexity likes it here for what you got.
Sulfuris.
Oh, yeah.
No, but this is the game for Sulfuris. Rhapsody, Midas, and Ophelia.
It is.
You can send the Warby Suicide. Zib is really good at that. Then you have a semi-carry in the Suicide lane, and then Sulfuris Woods. But is Lapt going to allow that? I remember when facing BMG, by the way, they first banned Sulfuris both times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait,
a little bit of respect there. No. When I was playing my team was playing versus BMG, they first banned Sulfuris. They're like, no, we don't want to play.
It's a strong hero. Yeah, it's interesting how we kind of approach on the scene. Like a lot of people, I think, kind of were trying to lane him, and then what you got started playing him in a jungle, and that kind of opened up that door a little bit. I feel like, and then it was like, oh well, he's a very niche pick. You know, you only want to pick him to counter heals, but. I mean, he's really showing that the dude's just a strong hero. Like, he can farm very, very fast. He can farm triple stack ancients earlier than anyone in the game, really. And he's just kind of that tanky mess kind of a hero. It just so happens that he's also really good against healers. And as you point out here, Rhapsody, I love it here. I really do. I think that's actually a fantastic. And I'm pretty sure Zlap is at least thinking about it, but it's a matter of is he comfortable playing it. I think that Bubbles pickup is pretty much nullifying it, though.
Well, it could be a Bubbles middle, Warby
I guess
Suicide.
So. No, you're
Like,
right.
I hope it is, because then they have the lockdown with the Bubbles ultimate, and Lord Sulfuras is so fantastic. Every 4 seconds, he has a new Mors Certissima. I hate the name of that ability,
I just
but
say nuke.
the AoE, very high damage nuke.
Yeah.
But here, like even the Mors Certissima, it's a very underlooked fact, but people who are affected by it receive 50% reduced healing.
Yep. Yep, that's
so the
pretty
Ophelia
strong.
heal even then won't do as much as it would in total, and it can be used on a multitude of targets. And then the ultimate, of course, completely nullifies healing, but people overlook that about the Q ability.
Well, that's
nuke.
what makes his farming, I think, so good. Is that's why he can, because the nuke is so powerful that it's kind of taken back by the fact that they heal up. But yeah, when you throw in the minus or the health reduction, then
The 50% reduced healing.
50%, yeah, it's strong.
But then, Dark Lord's presence, that's the reason why he's such a good jungler, because he steals the region of the damage.
That's what it is. Yeah, I knew there's some kind of synergy there. I realized after I said what I said, I was like, wait, well, no, actually, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. I've played that hero enough, so yeah. But I am actually disappointed that they did not go for Sulfuras, because this was the game for Sulfuras.
They go Lodestone.
Without a doubt. It's also a great counter push measure.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Well, they didn't go here. They like the Lodestone. They're going to send a Lodestone to Zibe, and instead Zlapt will get his Warbeast jungle here. So we'll see how this works for them. Obviously, this is still very winnable for them. It's just a matter of, feel like maybe that South Forest could have been the stronger pickup. But yeah, when they have an idea in mind, perhaps want to stick with it here. Salomon kind of just looked over that a little bit, but Salomon, by the way, for Complexity, it's kind of interesting seeing this here. We just saw him yesterday in the hands of what was it? Fresh played it, or
Probus. Yeah. But it's been a while since we've seen it in the hands of Formless, so we're not going to see a Resto Stone.
Not early on, at least. No, he does not go Resto Stone unless he completely had a change of heart lately. He likes the Frostburn, the Demonic comes to mind. I think he actually goes Rune Cleaver, if I'm not mistaken, from what I recall. So, yeah, he likes to be able to right click and be a combat presence here. So, but hey, to be fair, they've made it work.
For sure.
Gonna try for that here as their cycle lives on the line. I mean, this is it again. They lose here, they finish runner up. They win here, they give themselves a shot in game number 3. That's where it stands. So early on, not a whole lot of scouting going on. Really just, I guess they did get a word of sight. Serenia got a word of sight on the Legion jungle somewhat, but no blocks or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I always find it interesting, though, that What You Got can play Ophelia. I never really see him as the Ophelia player because he just spams that Warbeast so much more.
Huh. See Rhapsody right here. Oh, wow. Rhapsody's taking a lot of damage.
He doesn't want to go for it, though. It's too risky.
Look at Zibe. Well, Zibe did a good job, though, keeping aggro on the creep wave. He was staying close enough to make sure that when the wolves died, he was going to be able to keep it going, and he does that. So good heads up from him, too. And you see kind of this is an interesting laning phase early on. You got Salomon kind of jungling here with the creep wave somewhat because of this. Yep. And Zibe gets at least a little bit of the creep wave here, so.
Right. This does actually boost Formless's farm if he misses the creep wave If Zibe misses the creep wave, then Formless gets more farm because he gets the jungle creeps as well, and then on top of it he gets the wave. And as a Solomon, that's already like a huge thing because then the charges start stacking up.
Yeah, as we were reminded yesterday by ProBoss, I mean, the hero is just absolutely insane when it comes to farming. So don't be surprised to see, 800 GPM this game, even in a losing effort. It's just what the hero does with that passive, the Wish for Wealth, as it's called. So Keep an eye on that, though. Always entertaining with that said. Bubbles versus Midas here in the middle lane. I feel like, you know, Bubbles is kind of interesting to me.
Yeah.
'Cause he's not seen a lot nowadays, which is weird.
I like it. I like the hero a lot, and I honestly think that it can do quite well versus Midas. Just because he has the 600 range, and, you know, he doesn't do very little damage, especially with the War Beast buff.
Oh.
And Slaps is feeling like a carry at the moment, I think. Like playing carries.
Yeah, that's
War Beast this
something
game
that
and
he's saying,
Solstice. He's like, my team, they need some carry.
Yeah,
They need me.
He's the drafter. That's his ultimate
Mid lane.
decision here. Middle
Oscar
lane.
coming over with a haste for whatever reason.
Not much there. We're going to be able to do bubbles there. Obviously, no transmute yet from Midas, so just simply going to harass him. But in the end, bubbles is fine.
Look at Fuzzy Sloth, by the way. 2 in Lion's Pride and 3rd ability not skilled yet. Or, yeah, 3rd skill point not used yet.
I am waiting to see what's necessary here. If he needs it for the getaway or not. Probably going to get the transmute at level 4 and then kind of play it by ear, yeah.
Yeah. I really do feel like Masera can man up a lot more when he has the Battle Cry buff. He should have been attacking Midas a lot more because of that extra range, because of the fact he can chase with the Shell Surf. Like, before Midas has Transmute, his damage is really not that great.
But when he gets transmute, and the fact that he gets
That's
to that level
when
4,
you're screwed. Yeah.
that's pretty good. So, yeah, no, that change to him is what really obviously helped bring him back onto the scene, as well as just a couple of buffs across the board. I mean, this hero, he's had an interesting life in competitive scene. I feel like, you know, there was a while there, back earlier Dream Hacks especially, he was a go-to hero, man. He got nerfed quite a bit to a point where he just wasn't seen at all, and then brought him back here. The level 4 transmute, buffing up the other abilities, and now he's back here.
Back when Spell Shards used to reduce the cooldown of abilities.
Oh, God, yeah.
That was fantastic. Pretty much a permanent item pickup on Behemoth. And it also appears through all the magic armor. And look at this, by the way.
Yep.
Zibbe.
Zibbe's in trouble.
He's gonna go. He's getting the kill. Why is Love not backing?
Oh my gosh, that's a bloodlust
That
kill.
was
Even if he dies here, which he does,
That's so preventable.
yeah.
Like, that was just greedy coming out from Love. Stu McDo.
You found out yesterday. Yeah, no, that's obviously when it came to positioning, he could have just simply ran there, and that would have still been a bloodlust kill for the Legion team, and he would have very likely, of course, survived. So, yeah, instead he insisted on sticking around to finish the kill, and well, it backfired. So, Zibbe is just fine with that exchange right there.
Fuzzy Sloth is completely wrecking middle, it seems, though. Well, not completely wrecking, but at least beating Bubbles at the moment. He got the bottle really quickly, and even... Yeah, I don't know. I still have the feeling that Bubbles should do fine in this matchup, but he didn't take cover, which I already find interesting because you can dodge a huge chunk of damage by skilling it. And, I mean, when a Behemoth comes by to try and block you, you can take over the Fisher.
Yeah.
If he doesn't click on you.
Yeah, I guess doesn't like it here. Now, I do want to stress, I mean, yeah, Midas is winning it, but Bubbles is keeping up there. He's not winning it himself, but it is somewhat close.
But I thought with the Battle Cry and, you know, with just pretty much Battle Cry, I thought he would have had the edge.
Give him the edge there, yeah. Maybe he's just not playing aggressive enough. But Fuzzy Sloth, of course, a fantastic Midas player on the other side of it, so maybe a little bit of that too. Middle lane, here we go. There's the transmute. That's what they're waiting for.
But of course, then a take cover doesn't help you at all. That's just
no. He's dead there no matter what.
Yeah.
So good play there from the Legion side. The movement, Behemoth pokes in for the second time, ends up getting that kill. And again, Oscar, he really is, he's definitely one of the fantastic, not only just suicide players, but especially on that Behemoth. He seems like he just gets that portal key some way, somehow, as soon as possible. And he's on his way to that once again. He has the early blood chalice here with the Striders. We'll see. Ooh, they tried to go for Fuzzy Sloth there. I definitely think they were going to commit. I mean, even Warbeast was nearby, ready to run in, but he was able to dodge the shell surf. Going to be fine. Meanwhile, over here, though, Samarith going in. Oscar, he's going to throw the fissure, though, says, you're not going to be able to get to me. I think
and Haxton with the bottle.
Oh, my God, he's not fine. I thought he was going to be fine, but
what?
It doesn't matter.
Ophelia heal.
It's still enough,
okay.
yeah.
Is Lapt getting the kill. And bottom lane, Zibbe getting a kill on what you got.
Yep. Meanwhile, Zibbe doing work down here. So, again, kind of an idea where if you're the, well, the Hellborn team definitely very happy with what happened there. The 2-for-0. Middle lane, Midas. Ooh, no, he's not going to go in. Glacius is here. Here comes the Kelp field. He has the freeze. Fuzzy Salt's maybe wondering why he's playing so aggressive. Well, he finds out now. And down goes Midas. So, Sync is starting to turn it on once again. 4-2 hero kills now.
And the Glacius is doing work. I personally hate playing that hero. I despise it. I can't stand playing that hero. I just feel like walking food because you have 290 movement speed.
It's really slow.
290 movement speed, like really.
Hey,
but,
he's ice, man. He's has to move slow.
Yeah, so he should be just sliding everywhere.
Makes sense.
Quickly.
But yeah, no, you're a great point there because again, this is a first pick Glacius. So when you first pick a hero, you're putting a lot of value in it. It's safe to say. So that is good news for Sync.
Do you think that Haxorn pushed top too early? By the way,
I always find that interesting of a debate.
I think he did because I mean he's a lot more vulnerable up here now. Because of that tower not being there. And people, when they port, it's going to take a really long time for them to get there.
Yeah, I know I've brought that idea up before to several different co-casters and stuff, and it's like, it sounds weird to say that it's like, yeah, did he kill a tower too early? But this is why, as you're suggesting. I mean, he's forced now to kind of push up with the creep wave, and at the same time, that makes him a little more vulnerable because of how far he is up. You mentioned they can TP in here a little quicker, so...
And Sandrith definitely can't farm the woods.
Yeah.
He just can't. He is not able to because he just does not have the skill set for it. And then he wants to get a mock, but getting the Sword of the High, that takes long enough. I mean, there is a pull happening now from Glacius. Double pull into the hard camp, actually.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, I mean, also middle lane, actually. Lodestone going for a kill right here, but Bubble's just shell-surfed backwards, so... Never mind there. I don't know if that was miscommunication or what, but meanwhile, bottom lane, look at this here. That's a 3-man push, and I don't know if the Hellborn team's going to be ready to defend this, actually.
I mean, if they wanted to defend this at all, they should have had Bubbles down here and Lodestone, but without those two heroes, nothing. Oh, nose left.
Yep, he's going to be found. No, the Fisher!
Oscar.
Oscar mistimed that. He almost hurt his own teammates there, really. And Warbeast gets away, so that might actually keep this tower alive because now the Legion team doesn't have a creep wave just yet. They're not too sure now. No, they're still going to go. Yeah, this is going to be a tower kill. Yeah, they see the middle, so.
But I think Sync knows that they can't fight right now because they had quite a greedy lineup with the Warbeast and Sandwraith and Lodestone who needs a PK. And look how little damage that does to a Lodestone, by the way.
What's up? The
Midas combo.
Oh, the combo right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those plates. Pretty good. For Lodestone there. This middle tower, secondary is still being pushed, but you see Complexity, they are going to start falling back now. Of course, not going to go into the base just yet. Way too early for that. Meanwhile, back in the middle lane, Transmute, it's both. But Fuzzy Sloth just did not feel comfortable going in right there.
Yeah, but they could have honestly manned up a bit more if they had more people because Warbeast does not have his ulti up. Level 1 cooldown of the ability is super long, and what you got should know this. If anything, if anyone should know, it's what you got.
Yeah. Well, hey, get them to fall back here. You see the top tower now. Again, we're kind of worried about maybe Haxorn as far as did he push the tower in a little bit too early. I mean, I got to say, at least so far, it's really not been an issue. He's been able to kind of push up here and farm it pretty well. So I guess in that perspective, the answer is really no, but it is an interesting point to bring up for sure.
I got to say, Ophelia could be a pretty good counter to Sandrith. Because of the damage of the ultimate, you're like no one's in any direct danger until somebody else jumps in, pretty much. And Ophelia can just heal globally every single time. And unless Ophelia is the one gone on, that person is always going to get healed. So I'm almost looking for maybe even Ophelia, you know, maybe, I don't know, like, I personally think it's a pretty good thing. Staff of the Master.
Oh, that's not too out there.
No, but nobody picks it up on Ophelia because everybody just goes for the Sheepstick or the Storm Spirit.
If they even get there. I mean, Ophelia's farm does fall off a lot. We saw right there the Mirage being used, but he doesn't go anywhere in the end. Just kind of scouting out. But yeah, it is tough to get that really big item like a Sheepstick. I guess the staff is almost there anyway.
Oh, Bubbles?
So he got caught, but they did not follow it. They know that. Oh, actually, Bubbles did a good job there stealing a couple of the Ancients. Look at Warbeast even coming in to steal a couple with the Hellhound. So that's pretty good for the Hellborn team. They got like 4 of these Ancients or so before they eventually are finished off on the Legion side. So well played there by Sync. But no, I mean, yeah, Staff of the Master on Ophelia, I definitely don't think it's a bad Staff of the Master by any means. I think there's definitely logic to it. It's really just a matter of, you know, will he have the farm for that? I think that's where it's at. It's like, yeah, do you get a Sheepstick or do you get a Staff? And I can see the argument made for a Staff of the Master for sure over the Sheepstick, but
I think it's like a fantastic item. Every 30 seconds, a heal of 600 life.
yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know, on that topic though, about the global presence, the heal to kind of counter that initiation of the burst, you know, the global, especially from Sandwraith. You know, a hero that I am surprised that maybe we haven't seen more of is that Master of Arms. He has had history, and he got some changes that, you know, I've heard people say that they actually think that the hero is really strong now with these changes even, but he just is not seen at all, despite that Master's Call.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Sandwraith, but who knows? Maybe he's another one on the list of is strong, but just people haven't really ran him yet to figure that out. But
Look at Stu, by the way.
oh, Love, yeah.
Yeah, he just had to get healed up by Ophelia.
Wow, these Hellhounds. They're chasing still. You see down here, by the way, Zibe. He's in an awkward spot. He doesn't have a TP. I don't know if it got canceled, or I guess he just didn't have one here. But he's not in a comfortable position. He does have 1,600 gold, so he's getting close to that portal key.
Stu must be so done with Slapped right now. The dogs have been following him the entire time.
Still
and here's
Sandwraith. Yeah, is he going to pour it in? Oh, he actually gets a kill. Sarah gets a kill middle lane. Okay. So I guess that might have been what it was for even, but it just so happened. Oh, man, Lodestone even coming over here. Almost actually got Rhapsody. Comes up short, though. We can't forget about Salamon.
Yeah, he's still skewing the gold charts as always.
Yeah, 613 gold per minute. Firebrand, Rune Cleaver here. So, yeah, this is, again, I got to say, it's pretty expected of Formless here. That's what he likes to do on this top lane. Ooh, they're going for Haxer in. There's a Fissure. Ew, that kind of caused issue with the minions right there. It might not matter,
But
though.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
There we go.
Right.
That's one way to shut down Sandwraith. Too bad they did it after he got the Sword of the High instead of before. Oscar, though, PK up.
There you go. That's we stressed that earlier. It's just he just seems to find a way every single time. To get
But
like
also
50
the
minutes.
fact that Haxton pushed up so early means that he's able to feel safer, and he was actually just pumping out fissures to get last hits with that Chalice.
That's true.
Chalice is a fantastic item just to get those fissures and last hits.
Yep. Proving to be the good pickup here. You do see the bottom tower pushed in counter, but Complexity is going to keep this going, especially with the Ophelia, of course. Now, Lodestone just got the portal key himself, but again, Mog still being worked on by Sandwraith, so this is going to be a secondary tower kill top. And that's something else about this Legion team that maybe we didn't really talk about a whole lot there, but this is a pretty push team, pretty good push team at that. I mean, Rhapsody and Ophelia alone are pretty much good for that. Honestly, Salamon
Midas
with this
as well.
passive. And then
Midas as well.
Midas pretty good for creep clearing, pushing out. They're going to the base, so this is interesting.
Yeah, can they?
I don't think so. This is risky.
Bubbles making a play with the portal key. But I remember this being very Twisted Fusion-esque. What they're doing right now. I know Twisted Fusion was never a team in Diamond, really, or anything like
That's an
that.
interesting
But
name to bring up, yeah.
when they were playing, they pretty much picked Solomon. I think it was... who was it again? The captain. I think he moved to Heroes of the Storm or something?
I remember this now, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that
And
you
they played
mention it.
Solomon. And
Yeah.
he would pretty much just get a Helm of the Black Legion, and then they'd just go 5 and go push towers. and they'd win every single fight because Solomon was unkillable with the helm.
I can't think of the name right now, but you mentioned that, and it is coming to me though. Yeah, I do remember that.
It's the guy who also played Fade Jungle.
One of those players, huh?
Yeah, one of those.
Does weird things and somehow kind of makes it work. Well, we're now going to have all the outer towers destroyed at 16.5 minutes here, so there you go. I mean, proof right there. This is actually has a pretty good push presence here on this Legion side, and well, next in line going to start being the base, but that won't happen for a little bit, we figure out, although they've already kind of done a little bit of damage to the top tower. But not going to break through just yet. You know, they need some bigger and better items.
But the gold charts really don't reflect all the towers being taken. It's only 2k gold, and you'd expect it to be a little bit more, especially with a Solomon on the team. It just, like here, Bubbles now, 423 gold per minute, so he recovered after that mid lane. He's doing really well.
Yeah, God, against Salomon's tough to have in a game when it comes to, like, seeing stuff like that, because, yeah, you look at the GPM charts, you figure, oh my god, like, no one else is doing that great, but they have 3 heroes over 400 gold per minute, which any team would usually be happy with, and I'm sure they are here in this case. So, yeah, you're right. Sync Esports is still in a fantastic spot here, absolutely, with what they have going for them. And that Sandwraith, he has the Mock now, and 1,000 gold just about already saved up, so on his way, I'm guessing going to be more of the Shrunken, maybe. Although you don't like that, but it's Haxer, and he's already kind of. I feel like the last 2 times we've seen him now, he has not gone resto. So.
Oh my god!
There you go, the Mighty Blade purchase. So.
Why?
Yeah.
He's versus a Behemoth and a Rhapsody. They'll just die from the 2 ultimates.
Doesn't like it here. Doesn't like it here.
Void Talisman picked up by Behemoth, though.
That's a great item to have against the Sandwraith. Try to help you, and against Warbeast for that matter, but try to help you get out those portal keys and prevent them from jumping you effectively. So yeah, Void Talisman, a good pickup here for sure. As there you go, it's finished.
The Complexity wants to start Konging, but Zelaft has been doing such a great job with his dogs, by the way. He's been having them on the Legion team the entire time, and that's how they've been able to dodge all the pushes pretty much. Top lane though, someone's porting in. Solomon.
Yeah, just gonna pick up the farm, and Sandwraith will fall back. So
he got his Shrunken.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, Solomon gets his Shrunken just as Sandwraith is trying to work on his now. And he has
the difference is farm is immense.
Yep. 766 now. So, again, I mentioned 800 GPM. Don't be surprised. Honestly, at this rate, don't be surprised if it's 1,000 GPM. Like, this hero, we've seen it before. Formless actually was the one that did it. He broke the 1,000 mark at the end of the game. So, it is possible. This hero. And, got the Shrunken. And, yeah, you can tell Complexity actually wants to fight now with that Shrunken. They're going to go for Kongor at least. I guess they really don't have a reason not to. This is going to be a pretty comfortable time for them here, so they know that Sandwraith still wants to finish his Shrunken, I'm sure. And
Warbeast does have his Shrunken right now, but yeah, if what you got doing a good job scouting with Minotaur.
Yeah, going to see Warbeast over there. Oh, Lodestone, he's level 2 Shatterstorm with that Veiled Rot. That could be impactful here.
They need Wolves to be scouting. Okay, there we go. It scouted that Kong is very, very low.
God, look at this path here from Lodestone. Behemoth, meanwhile, pops his own Veiled Rot, though, so they need to be careful about that. Oh, he's going.
Oh, but
we're going.
We're
going, baby. Sandwraith going
Sandwraith
as well.
ulti.
Here goes Lodestone. The Shatterstorm. Boom, goes the Dynamite. The Protective Melody, though, in the midst of it all, actually. Love gets a full channel off. And now Sandwraith melts as well as Lodestone after that. Salamon in that ultimate form. You see Slapped trying to join the party, but the stun going through, and now Slapped having to run. I think Salamon, I don't know if he's going to have another leap right here. No. Warbeast will be fine, but man, oh man, that had potential to be huge. It wasn't. I don't know if it was because of the Protective Melody or not, but
they have too much heal.
That was probably it, yeah.
I think they just have too much heal. The Ophelia ulti level 2 really made a difference there, and the Astrolabe. And Bubbles is getting murdered.
Yeah, he tried to be sneaky there, using the Shell Surf, maybe go for the Ninja.
He might still survive.
Nope. Not enough. They get him killed. They get the token on Salamon. And uh-oh. This is the uh-oh moment now for Sync Esports. Losing. Oh, where are they porting? Oh, they're going top lane. Glacius. Glacius is up here. What is...
And he was trying to get the tower,
Oh,
but they used
boy.
fortification.
That's unfortunate. Yep, we couldn't pour back in time. So, and they get a Glacius to finish it all off here.
Okay, so the entire Sandwraith ultimate was nullified by an Ophelia ultimate. I think that's what we can assume from what just happened.
Okay.
So either they target Ophelia, which they kind of tried, I guess, but really didn't. They tried to target the Rhapsody, but he just got healed up to full by Ophelia.
Well, I got the replay on here right now as well. I mean, the initiation, it seemed pretty damn good. The Shadowstorm hit 3 heroes. Yeah, Rhapsody went to like a quarter of her life, but then she started to get healed up. And, yeah, I don't think the Protected Melody did a whole lot there, to be honest, but it did, make sure. And obviously she eventually died. But, yeah, the heals, you are right. The Ophelia's touch was big. And, again, Salamani got the ulti off, and we know what happens then.
Mm-hmm.
He does. So.
But I think they really just have to target Ophelia. And right now he heals 500 HP in total. Okay, yeah. It's 400 when it's maxed. But regardless, it's 500 heal because of the Astrolabe.
Oh, yeah, throwing the Astrolabe in there as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're close enough there, so... Now they're grouping up top. The Soul's Bulwark on Fromos again. This is pretty much routine for him. He likes this. Like I said, the Rune Cleaver, the Frostburn, and the Demonic Breastplate. Also the Shrunken Head in there. Then maybe Resto Stone. We'll see. If not a Sheep Stick, possibly. But
And that's the tower, pretty much.
that's going to die. No, Salamon's not going to risk it. Despite even bottom being pushed by Warbeast. I'm a little surprised at that. Okay, yeah, they're going back in now.
But Warbeast has support if they want to do anything.
Salamon does have that token, of course. I mean, you look at that aura. Remember, obviously the attack speed when he uses it, especially. A little bit of burst there. So the melee Rex, that's going to die too. So.
Okay, Zlap just ulted.
You got the tower. I guess that's not too bad for Sync. They did get the tower out of it.
They're trying to catch now.
Oh,
Solomon? Oh, Solomon's being sent home. That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
Yeah, that is. I agree. He could have ulted there and maybe done some turn-in, but he's back, and now Ophelia's going to die, absolutely. I don't know if it's a mistake. It's the very safe play.
Yeah, but Behemoth had Eruption as well. Shockwave, sorry.
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
You're right.
I think they could have gone for the turn just because of the token.
It's a good thing he did realize that, or that communication happened, because that would have been the worst case if he popped ultimately, expecting to fight, and all of a sudden he gets back to base, so that could have been really bad, but it was kind of that very, very safe play there again.
Mm-hmm.
Some complexity.
I mean, they're not worried, apparently. Because Ophelia is dealing with the Sandwraith ulti pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. So that last fight here. Middle lane, they want to jump Lodestone. They're going to get Lodestone. Shockwave opener. Shockwave's so good, man. I mean, it's. I know me as a Behemoth player, and so many out there love the idea of they wait for the moments of the massive creep wave and those perfect moments. But as we see in competitive play, you just need to use it just even on one person. The instant stun of it is going to do the work to then follow up with the fissure, follow up with the stomp, and we'll set up kills. So see it right there.
For every enemy unit in range, it's another 45 damage. So you automatically already have 320 damage from it, and then you only add on the heavyweight, so that becomes 400 something, and then plus enrage. Like, the fact that they buffed Enrage, I still don't agree with that. The base damage of it all.
Yeah, they nerfed it a little bit.
They nerfed it? Yeah, a tiny bit.
Yeah,
it was 400%, right?
No, it used to be 350, I think is what it was.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's still not enough. You see how much impact this hero is having. I mean, the only reason, I think, why the Enrage is still like that is because they have the idea that, okay, let's make this hero... Let's let people carry with this hero or something.
Which is great. It's Acid-Shroud Rift Shards. I love it. They try to catch Warbeast right there, by the way, but he actually is able to ulti and get away. Is Rhapsody dead? She is. Yeah, she happened to be over here when Sandwraith was using his ultimate, and that's not a good thing. By herself. Gets found there. Yeah, Behemoth is interesting to me. I feel like I kind of personally have this tier, and maybe this is just outdated by now, but these tier of heroes that they're just sacred, as I call it. They come from Dota, of course. They're just their
Valkyrie.
traditional. Yeah, Valkyrie, Bubbles, Behemoth. Those are like the couple on that list. It's like
Yeah.
you just don't
Magnus.
touch at all. Now, Valkyrie has obviously got tweaked a little bit, the Javelin, and now Behemoth a little bit, and Bubbles has even gotten a little bit, so I guess it's kind of
Really?
lost.
What did Bubbles have?
The ultimate was changed. It was a while ago.
Oh yeah, the
but
cooldown. The cooldown increased
yeah.
at level 1. But I really disliked it that they did that.
Yeah.
Because the ultimate was like, that's why you picked up a Bubbles. You were able to start ganking at level 6. Even if you had nothing in the suicide lane, the ultimate was going to be fantastic. And now the cooldown is so long of it all that, yeah. It's difficult to make plays with Bubbles, and it's why we see him very little in comparison to before.
He's finally died off a little. Yeah, that is weird. But for the longest time, he's been one of those heroes that actually kind of has been since the very beginning of competitive on, but it definitely hasn't been until recently that he is not nearly as popular. But by the way, Salomon, 3,300 gold saved up. The token, of course, is despawned by now. He has the full demonic. 842 gold per minute, no big deal. Just farming away here. And gonna push out the bottom lane now. Right.
But he can't use the courier anymore.
We saw that yesterday. We mentioned that with Robust, how he was sitting basically on like 9,000 gold, and he was even still farming, and that's pretty crucial.
12,000 gold.
Even more, yeah. So that's something I'm definitely going to look for as well here with Formless. He's played this hero plenty. We know that. If he still farms when it's at a point of obviously there's nothing he's getting, then it's time to be critical. But that point is still a little bit away. He still needs at least one more item slot, then post haste, and then the rebuy of the shrunken, the buybacks.
Yep.
So there's still plenty.
Is he gonna go for the rester though? That's the question.
I think it's Sheepstick. I think he likes also Sheepstick, and I know Salomon's too, but that's funny because a lot of people like Sheepstick because of the rest of the stone almost, I feel like. So maybe not then. God, what is he going to go here? Maybe we'll
he has 5,300 gold right now.
That would be enough. I know he's gone Dawnbringer several times too. I'm a little surprised he hasn't just finished that here.
Yeah, I mean the Frostburn is the most important part for the movement speed and the slow.
He's working top lane.
I'm a little bit surprised Hellborn is saving up this much gold as well. I mean, look at all the golds. Like, you have Zebe 1.4k, you have Hexer on 2.7k, you have Macera on 4k gold. Like, I think a Storm Spirit would be fantastic this game.
Yeah.
Like, no joke, especially on Bubbles, because you can jump in and still get out.
Oh, it's a great item on him for sure, yeah. That Perplex is a little... let me say a little more tougher, I guess, but still possible.
What do you mean? Wait, Perplex?
Yeah, the half second. No, the Storm Spirit.
Oh, no, but I mean, he can Storm Spirit an ally who's getting jumped by a behemoth.
Oh, that's what, okay, yeah. Let's talk about that. Got you. That one for himself.
Of course, Sheepstick is a great item, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get that.
He does go Resto on Formless. I was also thinking the Genjiro, actually, that kind of hit me. I know Probust did that yesterday, and it actually was pretty good. Like, the fact of just being able to move around and get kills left and right was pretty cool, but... No,
I think he usually goes for it. And top lane.
They're going to have to get back, so Zlap doing his job here, which is interesting, too, especially seeing now, this might have been kind of a transition as they realized, oh, we're kind of having to rely on this whole split push now. But Zlap likes Puzzle Box. Even on Warbase, he's definitely gone it before. And this seems like it's a prime game to do it here, if any, because of what he's doing here. So I wonder if that's what he's thinking about with 3,600 gold. And he got saved up. It's definitely, I don't think it's too late, is it? I mean,
no, Puzzle Box is always a great item. I really like that item. Like, on Pharaoh, on Tundra, on Parasite, I really think Puzzle Box is unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. The gold just keeps going up.
But the Veiled Rot as well. He's just using Veiled Rot to get into position to split push. So after the next creep wave, oh god, pauses.
Yep. That is pretty funny. He's got the Hellhound way up here, and then he has the Veilrod himself. So he's really being as safe as possible. You do see post-haste, I believe, was just purchased on Midas with that said. So that's going to start happening now in this game here. Teams getting that. I'm sure Salomon eventually may get that here. Kind of looking at that gold, though, pooled up on the Hellborn side. In total, we're looking at, what is that? It's like nearly like 13,000 gold or so on the team right now. And they have saved up here.
So their gold, that gold disadvantage goes to, I don't know, like 22k?
Yeah, well, you do factor in the Legion team and how much they have too, but I guess Salomon's really the only one that's saving up gold. So yeah, it's around 18k, 20k or so even, so.
Now I want to game 3 now, though.
Yeah, it's
the series
possible.
the games have been so like entertaining to watch.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is
Like
what you'd hope for.
Yeah, the strategies have been switching pretty much every single time. First game we saw the Chronos pick up, and now in the second game they suddenly go for a very passive Sandwraith plus Warbeast.
Yeah, no, hell, even all throughout today as far as strategies for Sync here. I mean, the deadlift earlier against BMG in that game too, at least. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of kind of changing up. It's not just the one standard strategy every single game, man. I know people like to reminisce on the past and everything, but whenever I hear people saying like, "Oh man, Han used to be so much more fun to watch. Like this is just so boring now." Like I'm thinking to myself, like you must have not watched Han. Like back.
Back then it was like FA carry
the
when
tri-lanes,
FA had to stand still.
The tri-lanes, defensive tri-lanes versus defensive tri-lanes are just the old push and passive play strategies. Like, I mean, not that Hans has been very unentertaining. It's always, I found it at least to be somewhat entertaining, but we've definitely had passive play in the past as well. So,
top lane.
Again,
as we were saying,
he is gonna go back in. He's gonna get it. But they catch him.
Sheepstick.
Midas, tricky. And they do catch Warby. So he got the tower, but at least they kill him. And they're doing Kongor in the meantime, too.
And I mean, he does have a buyback on Warbeast if they really want to fight. And look at what you got.
Yep, just seeing that. That's so fantastic.
That just looks hilarious.
Well, it's smart, man.
You don't notice it. You don't notice it when it's canceling your PK, and then you're like,
exactly.
Wait, why didn't I jump in? Especially when you're playing a hero like Magnus. Oh my god, the frustration. You sit there channeling your ultimate, you say PK, and then you don't PK, and you're
just walking around in a circle like, oh, that just happened. Yeah.
Oh my god. And then you try to tablet yourself and then stun into it, and then it's like, no.
The eruption's already gone by then.
Yeah.
That's just a very smart idea from what you got. Like seeing that innovation there, for sure. Tower goes down to the middle lane, and here we go. The token alive on Formless. This could be the final push here if Sync's not careful. Can they actually stop this? I hope they spend that gold. 5,100 on Bubbles, 5,000 on Samurai. They need to spend this gold. Picking a fight right here. There we go.
Resto Stone.
Oh my gosh,
Stone.
he actually did it.
What? Oh my god.
Action went Resto Stone.
Oh, all the creeps from what you got, though. If they're all dead, they're getting the racks right now.
Oh, wow, yeah. I was wondering where they were. There we go. They finish off the range racks right here, and now they work bottom. Now there is a racks top lane, but here we go. Samurai with #1 ultimate right here. Fuzzy Sloth in the background. He's dropping a half-life already. Protected Melody, though. It's going to save Fuzzy Sloth just enough. He gets away. Going to be fine. Salomon is in ultimate #1 himself. Looking to make some plays. Bubbles did die. He buys back immediately. Trying to come back in. Down goes Rhapsody, though, and Ophelia. There goes Salamon's second ultimate time now. He loses another teammate, though, in Behemoth. They're not kiting him the most effectively. Slapped will fall on Sandwraith, actually. Yeah, they tried to fight him toe for toe. It wasn't going to happen. Salamon's just too strong in that ultimate form. They probably should have tried to run it out. And they end up falling right here. Sandwraith is staying dead. And now the question is this it?
No.
Slapped, he takes a sheep stick. He's going to die here. He is not buying back. Oh, no, he can't actually. He's going to be able to get a second buyback here even, but they're just going to concede. GG, well played. We're going game #3 here of Complexity versus Sync for the Grand Finals.
But why didn't they kite him? Warbeast was in ultimate form. He could have started running away. Haxorn could have started running away. All you need to do when you're faced with a Solomon is oh my god, he broke the 1k GPM again.
Oh, was he over it? 1,002. Wow. Oh, this hero. It's the second time ever. Yeah, I didn't even notice that until you mentioned that. There you go. He's.
Oh my God.
This is the second time we've seen that in Han history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Remember the day when Solomon did not have that crazy farming ability, and instead, what did he have again? He could run really fast.
He was like
and,
auras. He was more of a support-ish kind of hero, which
Yeah,
is really interesting.
he was like unkillable because he was just really, really quick, and then his ultimate was what he has now, but then slightly different.
Yeah, they definitely changed him. He's now just a 100% pure farmer, and